You've probably heard it before from real estate investors that it's all about growing your portfolio, and they went from working a 9 to 5 to financial freedom in X number of years. And I'm sure you're wondering, how can you make that happen, especially as the average Joe who doesn't necessarily have millions of dollars sitting in the bank account ready to invest in real estate. So today I want to talk with you about how you can scale your portfolio, maximize your portfolio to bring more doors, more units into your portfolio, to grow it, to start to earn that passive income that you're looking for, and create that lifestyle that you desire. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, real estate investor and entrepreneur with over 10 years experience building and growing a real estate team and investing in real estate. Before we get into today's video, take a moment, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. I'm here to help you break out of the 9 to 5, gain financial freedom, and grow wealth through real estate. Let's talk about 3 strategies and 3 methods you can use to begin to scale that portfolio. We all know that we want to invest in real estate, and the more we invest, the better off we will be in the long run. And so I want to talk about how you can begin to multiply those doors to grow the portfolio to that point where you can have that passive income that you're looking for, that $10,000, $20,000 a month in passive income, so that you can have that financial freedom, that financial independence, break free from that 9 to 5. Let's dive in. The number one thing you should be doing to start to maximize and scale your portfolio is start to look into multifamily properties. So I don't recommend this to a first-time investor, as I really think that you should invest in a single-family home, get your feet wet, start to learn about the process, learn what it takes to deal with a tenant, to work with maintenance issues, what the budget realistically looks like, what the sales process looks like, and then transition into multifamily, where you buy a duplex, a fourplex, an eightplex, whatever it may be. But multifamily allows you to scale your portfolio faster. Essentially, we're talking numbers here to have more doors than units and basically be making $100, $150, $200 per door. And over time, as you scale that portfolio, that will start to increase that cash flow. So investing in multifamily allows you to scale that quickly because you're looking at one loan for multiple units here. It's not 4 different deals that you have to go find to have 4 doors. It's one deal with 4 different cash flow scenarios based off of each unit, with each unit inside of that property. So it allows you to scale it faster, and you're not having to pay for separate properties, separate land, and taking a much slower approach to it. It allows you to add a ton more to your portfolio much, much quicker. And it's honestly much more affordable than you probably think. So start to look at multifamily. It is a great option to add more doors. And as you start to add more doors and more multifamily units to your portfolio, you're going to watch that scale over time. And then that passive income, that passive cash flow allows you to go after DSCR loans, which allow you to use some of that income from those other activities you've got to be able to grow that portfolio more. So the more income you can generate from your real estate investing, the more you can go out there and buy with other loan products, and multifamily really helps you to get there quickly. The next strategy you can use to scale your portfolio quickly is the BRRRR method. You've probably heard it before. I've got other videos on the channel that explain it, but the BRRRR method is an acronym for the steps you're going to take to scale that portfolio quickly with as little money out of your pocket as possible. And this stands for buy a property, renovate it, rent it out, refinance the property, and then repeat. So each one of those steps, you're gonna go out there and buy a single family home, and then you're going to renovate it. So you want to buy a property that is low on value, needs some updates, needs some work, you can get a great deal on it, and you buy it as cheap as possible. And that's the key to making this strategy work, is buy it as cheap as possible. Next, you're going to go in and renovate that property, rehab or renovate the property. Go in, do all of the necessary repairs to increase the value as much as possible. Kitchen, bathrooms, flooring, paint, curb appeal, make it nice, do a good job with it. Do not overspend here, because your entire goal here is to raise the value of the property so that you can then pull some cash back out later. So you've bought it, you rehab it, and then you put a tenant in that property. So you've made it nice, you bring in a tenant, you get to charge maximum rent for that property, and then your next step is to refinance. And this is where you're going to do a cash out refinance, which means maybe you bought it for $300,000, you put 50 grand into it, it's now worth 400,000, and you can recoup the money that you put into those renovations and maybe even some of the down payment that you put into the property so that you can go reinvest in somewhere else. And then you repeat this process. It stops you from having to put 25% down on every home. Sure, there's some upfront costs of money out of your pocket with renovations and those things, but you get to recoup some of that money back through the refinance. And if you bought really, really well, it's actually possible to be into rental properties for $0. If you find off-market deals that need a ton of work and you get a great deal, by the time you do the renovations and all of that, you could potentially pull out your entire rehab budget as well as your entire down payment and have a tenant in that property. And so you've just bought a property for free. So this allows you to scale, keep more money in your pocket, and continue to scale, putting units on top of other units to grow your portfolio. Number 3 is called stacking. This is a method that you can use to build that portfolio quickly because you're starting to add doors every time you buy. So this starts with, again, buying a single family home. I always recommend that to be your first step. Get your feet wet, learn from there. That way your mistakes aren't multiplied through many, many units, many, many doors. Buy that first one, get your feet wet, and then the next time you go out and buy, you should go after a duplex. So now you've got 3 doors with 2 purchases. And then the next time, now that you've gotten comfortable with multifamily through that duplex option, now you can go out and go after a 4plex. And that adds 4 more doors. So now you're at 7 doors total. And then you're more comfortable with the multifamily. And then you can start going after 8, 16, 32 units. You know, the world is yours when it comes to that. You can multiply those quickly. And as we said, it's all about adding those doors. They may not profit a ton right up front. Maybe you're talking $100 per door, $150, $200, $300 per door. It will start to add up as you add those doors. Once you've got 32 doors, that's all starting to make some really good passive income for you. So this method is called stacking because you're essentially starting to get your feet wet, dabbling a little bit with multifamily, growing it, growing it, growing it, and growing it. The great news here is that you can actually use the other properties you've acquired in the past as leverage towards future properties. You can do a cash out refinance or take out a HELOC on some of these properties to pull some cash out and be able to go out and purchase additional units. So don't let the cost initially of an 8-unit complex scare you because you might not be able to attain that right up front. But once you've got a portfolio of a 4plex, a duplex, and a single family home, and it's had some time to accumulate some equity and you've paid down the balance a bit, you can then tap into those homes to go buy that bigger unit and add more doors to your portfolio. So this can help you to scale and help you to grow quickly by adding units and adding multifamily to your portfolio. I know I make it sound really simple here that all you have to do is just buy more units, add more units, stack on top of this, do a BRRRR method, but it's really not that difficult once you get in momentum and you start buying properties. It's kind of like when you go get a tattoo and you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad, and then you end up getting many more tattoos after the fact. It's the same thing here when you're buying real estate. Once you get in that flow, you've got the bug and you start to pursue deals more aggressively. And then as you grow your portfolio, it gives you options. You can then open your world up to different types of lending that make money come much easier. The more you've got behind you, the easier it is for you to go get money for future deals. So start adding those properties. You may not buy a single family and a duplex and a triplex within the first 2 years of your real estate investing journey, but you might within the first 5 years. And then once you've got that portfolio behind you, you can acquire just about any other property that you're looking for, and you're gonna have experience with it and have met with other investors. Maybe you're able to partner up on some deals. So don't be scared of getting into it. You just have to get into momentum and actually go out and make those deals happen. I hope you enjoyed today's content and it encouraged you to start to take action on one of these methods to grow your real estate portfolio. The more you add, the more you'll be making. You will never look back at your real estate portfolio and regret having bought real estate. It just doesn't work that way. You'll always look back and be thankful that you did because of the equity and the passive income that you've earned along the way. So if you enjoyed today's content, please take a moment, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. I'm here to help you break out of the 9 to 5, gain financial freedom, and grow wealth through real estate. We'll see you next time.